Grab your popcorn, kick back and relax, because it's time for some more Karnage. Fun fact of the day, when I do that intro where I'm like, grab your popcorn, I actually have my arms spread out like across from each other, like I'm about to hug someone. I have no idea why I do that, and I have no idea why I'm telling you that, but hey, that's why it's a fun fact, am I right? So, in today's episode, we actually got something, well, something I didn't think I'd be posting. So, I know I've been posting a little bit about Bullit as of late, because that's the season of boom beats right now, am I right? Bullit, Bullit, Bullit. So, when Bullit came out, you would have seen a few people, Zmot maybe most notably, or Anon Moose, as his channel's name is, which is sort of like, what's that called? Not an analogy? I don't know, but it's like wordplay for anonymous. So, you would have seen him post something on Bullit where he did Imitation game with Bullit. But if my memory serves, and I haven't actually went back and watched the video, because I did watch it at the time, but I haven't went back to check before I'm saying this, so I apologize if I'm wrong, but most of the people that I remember seeing do this, and even player bases afterwards, all the times that they soloed stuff, or did an attempt with Bullit, or whatever, they were always done with a full boost, on a full offense account. So you can see right now, I am unboosted, nothing's boosted up. I just did Imitation game, all the stages, I used all my attacks to do this, which at the present time that I record this, you get 8 attacks for Imitation game. I don't know if that's going to change down the road, but at the moment, that's how many we get, and I just did it with only Bullit. Now my Bullit, for future sake, is level 8, these are my stats, for anyone that's interested. I have energy drink, which is the ability I used on this run, and the stats for this is level 4, and at the time that I record this, this is what level 4 looks like, minus the green part, because I pressed upgrade, so it's showing you how much it's going to be upgraded by if I bring it to level 5, but that's the stats. So let's jump right into the news. Credit to anyone who actually knows where that's from. I sort of got that stuck in my head because I was watching one of his videos just a moment ago on KSI. Because for whatever reason, boxing is huge right now. So 2 barrages, maxed out barrages by the way, takes out this HQ, and that's maxed out for a HQ 22. No idea how far down the track people might be watching this, so HQ 23 might be out, barrages might do more damage. Actually, it might be worth just showing my barrage and artillery stats just for that purpose. Artillery and barrage. There we go. Whoops. So, level 2, pretty much the same thing. We just do a barrage. I think I did 2 barrages on this, and that was it. If I fall short, which I do, I'll do an artillery. I always go for the double touch when I can, so I got the cannon with it. And the next one, bam, super easy, lots of GBE left over. I always go for more damage on multiple buildings if I can get it. Unless it's like an operation attack where doing more damage is actually going to hurt targeting, then I won't. But any other time, I will go for as much damage as humanly possible. So, stage 3. This one, I wasn't 100% confident, because I just scout and then press attack. And when I scout, I don't really look too much at the health. So I wasn't real confident that I could just barrage an artillery to get the win. So what I did was I barraged a few of the main threats that'd have range on the back of the core, and then bang, drop critters, and it's game over. So that's pretty much what I do as things start getting harder. So the moment that I think I can't do this with critters, I won't. I will move straight on the Bullit. So you can see that one I dropped Bullit. In the next one, I will show the stats quickly, just so you can see that it was unboosted. You probably could pause the video just to double check if you really wanted to, but it is what it is. So, this one I think I'm actually going to do with critters. I remember doing this one with critters. So I probably just drop Bullit at the end, just for the sake of it. So, critter box on the rocket, because remembering, rockets do have a pretty big dead spot. So now we just got one shots. I got mortars that will have range on everywhere except the back of the HQ. So all the critters on the back there are going to be safe regardless, with the exception of that one cannon, but that cannon's not going to do a lot. And I had Bullit still, so Bullit would have got me the win regardless of what happened there. And I had critters up the top farming GBE, so super safe. So at this point, nothing really too hard, and that's to be expected. So you can see the stats there, and you'll see the stats all the way through, so you'll see that this definitely was an unboosted run. And you can see this was only 10 minutes ago. So, and I did show my statues at the start, so nothing fishy going on. So, stage 5 anyway. So this is where things start going to be picking up. So I got only one prototype on stage 5, which I think is pretty standard for a stage 5. So that barrage, because his buildings, he's a relatively, not low level player, but sort of mid-level, I would have to say. That barrage did a lot of damage. So now, in the back of that HQ, I've got this boom cannon, the 2 flamethrowers, which one of them went to the barrage, a mortar, the flamethrower, and the rocket, which has no range. So this is going to be super easy. I'm actually kind of impressed. I thought, okay, yeah, I was going to say, if I did this with critters, I'm actually kind of impressed. So I didn't think I'd have the GBE at this point to use critters. If I recall, I think I had enough GBE when I got to the back of the HQ. I think I had enough for like 1 energy drink. So we'll just fast forward the walk there. And you'd see I didn't smoke towards the end. Literally more because I didn't need to. There wasn't anything that was going to punish me if I did. There's no shock launchers or anything. So I energy drinked there. And I didn't even need to do it that early, but it was quite obvious I was going to get the win. So, like, what in the world would punish me for the length of time that I had left that, like, I'd have to worry about? So, like, with Bullit, the main stuff you've got to worry about is shock launchers and shock blasters, because they stop Bullit. So if they're there, you're in trouble. Splash damage is maybe your second biggest threat, because there's no damage to negate, so it's going to do the full amount of damage constantly. So that's its biggest threat. One-shot buildings, they do a lot of damage, but you're negating most of it, and it takes so long to reload that it's not really a problem, unless you've got like a great heap of boom cannons or something, like maybe 15, or, you know, one of those crazy NPC bases you see, right? But unless that's what you're dealing with, your problems are probably going to be more machine guns, hot pots, that sort of thing. So stage 6, still, I do believe he had ice a little bit. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so he must have had it hidden in the tree somewhere. He has a green statue. A vault. A damaged masterpiece. There's his health. Yep, so he had 2 ice statues. So I was kind of worried I wasn't going to get this unboosted. And I was debating whether to boost. And then I was like, nah man, let's just go for it. If I boost, I was going to feel crappy about it. So I dropped the smoke just before the shock mine. Before Bullit hit that shock mine. Just because, like, I didn't want Bullit to come out of that smoke before the shock was, like, still in effect. So it sort of saved me a little bit. Well, it saved me a little bit of GBE anyway. I was sort of worried that I was going to run out of time through this attack actually, because there's so many economy up the top to farm, and I wanted to go all the way through the economy and then get to this back corner where that mortar is, because if you look, these two shock launchers are out of range and I scouted that, and these rockets aren't going to be really too much of a threat. There is a few one-shot buildings around, but not enough that I'd be worried about, because I do have energy drink. I just have to leave myself enough gunboat energy to use it. And as I've said a few times, the biggest threat that I feel like I face is like high dealing damage splash units, so like machine guns and hot pots. So there's no hot pots here. The flamethrowers, I haven't had a lot of experience with flamethrowers, but I feel like they wouldn't be too much of a threat when it's only one, you know? So I'm trying to deal with the machine guns as much as I can. At this point, I feel like I know I'm wasting a lot of smoke. Not smoke, a lot of flares. So I'm not really gaining much GBE now from like farming all this economy. I timed this flare right there. I timed that really poorly because I let too many critters die before I do that. So if I had done that a bit earlier, those critters would have farmed a bit more GBE for me, but doesn't matter. So now I've got myself a nice little kill spot. I farmed just a tiny bit of GBE to make this flare a bit cheaper. I'll probably drop an energy drink. Yes, I did. I usually drop energy drink, not just the heal brick. Not just the heal bullet, but to make him shoot faster. Because it will help me get the wind just that little bit faster, so I'll probably drop one now. So this time I was playing it a little bit smart, but I didn't have to. So I think I had GBE for 3 critter boxes and a shock here. No? I don't drop them? Okay. I'm pretty sure I had a little bit left over, but whatever. Doesn't matter. So now we got two attacks left. We got to start stage 5. So I did drop Bullit on this attack, but you'll see it's only at the end, and I was hoping to sort of farm some of this stuff at the front to make my walk a bit cheaper, but it didn't work out because of this shock launcher that had range on it, so doesn't matter. So the plan here is just to GBE for the finish, because this shock launcher doesn't have range on the HQ, either does this one. Very, very bad layout. This would be very easy base to destroy with warriors, or like heavy Zuka, like reverse Zuka as they call it, where you park behind this core, behind the HQ rather, and then you flare like say this rocket, you'd shock it, you'd let them clear everything around, and then to start like smashing away at the HQ. This would be a very easy base to do this with, even if it had a shield, because there's just not really a lot of threats. So you can see I'm like this Doom Cannon. I don't actually see that I haven't taken it out. I thought I'd taken it out, but it only has like 600 health left. So I'm going to try to take out everything I can here, and I've done a pretty good job. I've taken out 2 flamethrowers at this point. This will probably be a third. Yep. So I've taken out 3 flamethrowers, a machine gun, I think a mortar as well, an economy, and almost a Doom Cannon. So you can see right now behind this HQ where this residence is. So you can see like the shock blaster starts killing me here. So the only thing with range right now is a sniper, maybe this boom cannon, probably not that one, but maybe this one. So we'll see. So 2 snipers and maybe a boom cannon, that's it. And a couple of rockets, not really the biggest deal, am I right? So stage 7, and you can see the still unboosted stats right now. So this was an entirely unboosted run on a 5 GBE, 4 troop damage, and 1 GBE account, as you've seen the statues at the start. So taking out that last flamethrower, now we're going to go straight for the kill spot. I'm going to wind up dropping an artillery on this residence. Yep. So You can see my smokes here, trying to space them out relatively well. Just so this shock launcher doesn't hit me along the way. That one probably wasn't needed. Yeah, see, it wasn't. It was going to be out of range before it even got anywhere near being able to shoot. But now we're at the kill spot. So I'm just out of range of this boom cannon. I'm just out of range of this sniper, so I got pretty lucky there. So I got one rocket and one sniper shooting me. So, very, very easy run. I had 76 gunboat energy when I got back here. 76. If I wanted to, I could just energy drink for the rest of my life and just rip away at this HQ, even if it had a shield. There is no way this guy would have beaten me with the amount of time that I had. And you'll see, I think now I'm just trying to waste my gunboat energy just for the hell of it. So I took out this sniper because it was really the only thing shooting me that was dealing any sort of damage that I'd be worried about. Like, splash damage is a threat when it's high dealing damage, but like a rocket launcher that's going to deal like maybe a couple hundred every like 5 seconds or something, not a threat. Like, I'd have killed this core long before this ever became a threat. So now I can just drop a heap of critters, and if it had a shield, that's GG, my dudes. That is GG. So we just done all of Imitation game, all 7 stages. We had to use 8 attacks, unfortunately. I would have liked to have got it with 7, but I really wasn't confident in getting it with 7, and I didn't want to risk it. So we managed to get the win anyway. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. If you have, smack the thumbs up button, subscribe, and join the Karnage if you want to see more stuff like this. And I'll see you guys in the next one.